Hello, I am Donna, and I want to make sure that I take this time out to give you some advice about something that lots of people who are in the process of applying for college applications or, to get into college admissions applications or scholarship applications. A lot of people right now are in a crunch to get those to meet those deadlines. December 1st is tomorrow. That's the deadline for a lot of these colleges. So let's dig into one of the big questions that we hear sometimes when we're doing writing tutoring. What are college and scholarship committees looking for when it comes to the content of your essays? So, first of all, let me just suffice this to say that everybody is unique. And so, the advice that I'm about to give, some of this may not apply to you because I'm not going to just talk about writing. There's more to this than just about the writing. So, we're going to dig into a little bit of coaching along with a little bit of teaching. This is not just about the the physical the physical requirements to get that written paper out there. Some of this is about what's going on with you inside. So here we go. I'm going to be sharing some information with you that is a common advice that you'll hear from many college essay writing tutors, college application essay writing tutors. Lots of tutors will tell you this information, so this isn't groundbreaking, but I'm going to answer from my perspective. Okay, so the college admissions and the scholarship review boards, they all want to understand who you are beyond just your grades and your test scores. They want to see what's the uniqueness that you'll bring to the table. They want to be able to evaluate how you can potentially contribute to their campus community or to their scholarship community. They look for self awareness, critical thinking, clear communication skills. Those are three things that I'm going to break down for you a little bit more because, like I said, this isn't just about the writing. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because I recognize many times people of color, especially women of color, sometimes they don't have very high self esteem. I'm not saying that you're not confident. I'm not saying that you're not smart. I'm saying that sometimes your self esteem has taken a bit of a knock because many times in society, in our families, in our churches, even, we're trained to have this unhealthy or false humility that is not really serving you well. So you want to learn what is real humility versus what is false humility. You want to learn how can you develop yourself so that you're more self-aware, you're able to um, think about things more deeply and able to communicate that well and clearly. Okay, so I'm going to touch on that now, but I'll come back to a little bit more later. So let's go through the first tip I have for you. And this is just learn how to see yourself through the eyes of these supportive, loving people that really care about you. Stop listening to haters. Stop listening to bullies. Stop listening to the mean girls. Put all of their critiques of you out of your head. That's not going to help you right now. Right now, you need to focus on what people that care about you say about you. And a way that you can do that is by embracing their compliments. Gracefully just say thank you when people give you compliments. Don't brush them off. And I'm saying this to you as one who also struggles with this. A lot of times when people compliment me, I try to come back with, well, um, some excuse of why I have whatever positive attribute that may be, instead of just saying thank you. Just say thank you. So that's the first thing that can help you with your self awareness of your positive attributes, of your strengths. And as you develop more awareness of those things, it will help you to put that down on paper and say that, be able to clearly state what your strengths are in your essay. This is extremely important when you are applying for schools, when you're applying for scholarships, when you're applying for jobs. You need to be able to have a positive self image of yourself that is based in reality. Okay. All right. First tip done. Second tip, your contributions in your home, in your school, in your church, in your community, on the sports teams that you've been participating in, and the play that you participated in, and the newspaper, if you've been writing for the news, whatever contributions that you have made are important, even though it might not seem super important to you. It's actually very important because it's a unique part of you. So, in addition to taking compliments with grace and seeing yourself through positive, loving, helpful people's eyes, you want to also recognize your contributions. Ideally, you will create a resume for yourself. And on that resume, you'll include not just accomplishments, but also things you are involved in, even if it's just babysitting, right? If you've been babysitting for a family for 6 months, 2 years, apparently they like you, right? That's an accomplishment. And you can actually go to the people that you volunteer with or work for or, you know, are with frequently, the people that really know you, that are always around you. Go to them and ask them, hey, what do you like about what I'm bringing to the table here? Um, you could be working as a babysitter and they keep rehiring you and you don't you like the money, you don't necessarily know why they keep hiring you. So just ask them, and then that'll give you some insights into how other people see your strengths, how other people see your contributions. So that's number 2. Tip 3 is sometimes when we are brainstorming ideas for writing, having lots of distractions around us, television, streaming services on a device, listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, um, even playing music sometimes, depending on how distracting that type of music that you're listening to is. Sometimes just talking too much to other people in person or on the phone or messaging. Um, these things are inputs. All of these things sometimes can get to the point where you're not really listening to yourself, right? So, in addition to listening to the people that care about you, in addition to asking people who you're with a lot, about contributions that you've made to whatever space that you all happen to share. In addition to those two things, the other thing you're going to be doing is listening to yourself. I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, never knew. I'm in my 50s. I never knew before that that was a thing for me. So, learning this information has helped me to learn how to sit still. I've been getting help, so I've been learning how to sit still and allow myself to just be quiet, allow everything around me to just be quiet, get out a journal, write down, and sometimes I journal in my phone. The iPhones have a great journaling app. When I'm able to write down my ideas, I can go back and look at those ideas later if I've forgotten, right? So I just want to encourage you, keep a journal. You can also do a video journal. You can record yourself. If you use the journal app in the iPhone, it actually has a recording feature in it, right? You can also record your voice. But getting those ideas out of your head, no matter where you're at, you could be driving and thinking of something, and you can, if you have the hands-free features turned on, you can actually get your phone to turn on the recorder and record yourself talking while you're driving. You could be washing your hair and an idea comes to you. Keep a pen and paper near wherever you're at, and you can jump up, go and grab that, write down the idea, and then go back to whatever it was that you're doing. Great ideas can come at unexpected moments, and you want to be able to record those ideas so you will remember them later when you do sit down to actually write your essay. Fourth and final tip, to improve your writing, you read when you read quality materials, it rubs off on you just as much as when you read bad materials, that rubs off on you. When you're just constantly texting back and forth with friends or family, nobody's using proper grammar, nobody's spelling anything correctly, nobody's putting any punctuation in. It's a bad habit to get into. So that I know that might be a challenge. So side note, you also may want to start editing your texts to help you with your building your skills with your grammar and your spelling, making sure you have proper punctuation and sentence structure and all of that. So, improve your writing by reading quality materials, by practicing good writing skills. Those things will rub off on you and a more create a flow for you, create a writer's mentality for you, and it will help you. It might seem nerdy. It is nerdy, I won't lie, but that's okay. It's okay to be nerdy if that's going to lead to you being a success in the things that you've set your goals for in terms of getting into the school you want to get into, getting the scholarship that you want and need. It's worth it to be a nerd for that, right? So, what are college and scholarship committees looking for in essays? They want to get to know you. And these are the things that you need. You need to have a build a better self-esteem for yourself and really understand how to see yourself as you really are, the good parts of who you are, understand your strengths and what you're contributing so that you can reflect that. So you can write that down in your essays, talk about so you can talk about those things, your contributions in your essay. And you want to make sure that you have the proper time and space to reflect on whatever your mind needs you to reflect on so you can get that essay out there. Ideas will come to you in the strangest of places. Oh, you can text yourself, right? You can create text messages and send them to nowhere or create emails. It's probably easier, unless you have two cell phones, it's easier to do emails to yourself. You can email yourself and edit those emails, practice your writing, whatever way you need to, whatever way, if you just want to get out a piece of paper or purchase yourself one of those black and white journals from the grocery store for $1, whatever you got to do, it's worth it to build your skills, to practice, and to also know yourself better so that you can write about yourself better. And in my opinion, that is the biggest challenge for younger people. Most younger people, and even some older people, I won't lie about that. That's absolutely true. Most human beings, especially women, in my opinion, many times don't know themselves that well. So intentionally understanding yourself better, knowing your strengths better, it will help you present yourself in a very good light to the people that you want to accept you into their school or into their scholarship program. I hope this is helpful for you, and God bless you with your entire journey. Bye bye now.